Hello everyone, just a quick reminder, you can now support us on Patreon. You can get this show and all our shows a day early, and lots of other goodies by supporting us. If you like what we do, and you want to see us do more, you can find us at patreon.com/StudioOmegaYT. Thanks for your time, guys. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is time to talk about Star Wars X-Wing, kind of. A bit of dearth of X-Wing news lately, obviously. You know, you never know. FFG could surprise me. Maybe tomorrow or Friday there'll be a X-Wing article, and, you know, I'll be all shocked, and, oh, I did this thing, didn't have to, and the whatnot. But I'm gonna make it anyway. So, big merch push for Solo coming out. We're getting a lot of bits and bobs and lots of other stuff. Most of that is, probably more interesting for Legion, because, you know, that's a whole nother bundle of Imperial unit types and sculpts and stuff they can do, and all the who's and whatnot. But, there are some interesting things that you can see on your screen right now. We appear to have a name, at least one name, for our lovely new TIE variant, the kind you can see both in the thumbnail and have hopefully seen a couple times in the trailer. And that is that they're calling it the Heavy TIE Fighter. There's probably a real, you know, production title name, like, for instance, the TIE Striker is the TIE SKX-1, there's space in there. You know, the TIE Bomber is the TIE SA, Surface Assault, stuff like that. The usual thing. But, yeah, Heavy TIE Fighter. So, now that we got that, we can maybe take some shots at some stuff, some thoughts at what it does, and maybe what it can do. You know, speculate a little before, I think. But definitely with no new X-Wing news and definitely there was no Scum release, who knows, maybe there'll be a Wave 15. Are we on? I think we're on Wave 14, so it'll be Wave 15. And maybe it'll be the Scum Falcon with the differences highlighted in that video. Go ahead and check that out. That'll be in the end card. You can see that video. But, maybe there'll be an Imperial release, you know? Imperial players will be happy about that. They get first look at something. So, Heavy TIE Fighter. Now, obviously, we have a couple of instances of heavy ships. For instance, the Heavy Seek adds a secondary weapon slot and gives you, like, +1. That can easily be doable, or TIE Fighters. Obviously, there's a concern then maybe it goes to, like, 2 agility, but then you open up the space for including lightweight frame, which takes you to that 2.5, which can be very effective, depending. I'll be honest, I haven't paid super close attention to what people are doing with X-Wing lately because there's no news, and that just, lots of the community gets real Debbie Downer when there's no, like, news or anticipation going on. Like, obviously, World sold very well, and so we'll see how that shakes out. We'll see what kind of I want to see what kind of top stuff people are running, probably a lot of Ghost Fen, but, we'll see how people shake it out. Other than the fact that Ghost Fen is a big gorilla to deal with, I think there is a lot of diversity lately. I've been consistently hearing that and seeing that every once in a while when I peek in and go, hey, are you guys not being monkeys banging on typewriters right now? No? Okay, I'll come back. Let me know when there's some X-Wing news. Anyway, there's definitely, I think, some merit, though, that could be had to this sort of thing. You know, little lower agility, but slightly higher, you know. Let's see. Oh, God, it has been so long since I actually looked up. What's the hull value on a TIE Fighter? This lets you know how long it's been since I've been thinking about X-Wing, which is a shame. But, you know, that's what happens when there's a news dearth, and guess what? I don't really go to big tournaments. I don't have the time or money for that. Let's see. So, yonder TIE Fighter is 3 hull. Okay, that's what I thought, but I wanted to make sure. So, you could easily see, like, a 4 to 5 hull, you know. Maybe a little more red in the dial, but maybe it also, because it's heavier, it gets slower. No, maybe it can slow roll. I think, though, the key thing is it's got that big gun pod on it. It's got those big guns. Now, obviously, sure, they could make it a 3-attack ship. That would be very in line. But I think because they're these longer-looking cannon designs, and a cannon, that's easily a cannon slot, right? Like, you know, you've already got HLCs as a thing you can do with gunboats, which you can do with linked battery. If I want to go so far as to do the double cannon slots, you can do linked battery on the Heavy TIE also. But I think that might be a little ambitious. Sure, it does have 2 cannons, but they're very clearly paired. I joked about this before, like on the forums, and I think maybe even in a video long ago when the first Solo trailers came out. But given that I know that, in my experience, Imperial players are the saltiest people I have ever done, at least in X-Wing. No word on how salty Armada or Legion Imperial players are, but they don't, I mean, you know, no defined opinions, but they don't seem that salty. But I feel like it would be great if this would be the advent of the twin laser cannon, the TLC, as opposed to the HLC and the TLT, and just, yeah, see what happens, you know? That'd get Imperials real riled up. Obviously, there are plenty of jokes about how, FFG will never let Imperials have a good ship. I think it'll be okay. Give it a couple hull, drop the agility, maybe, like I said, switch around the maneuvers a little. The key is going to be pilot abilities and secondary stuff. Obviously, I think a cannon slot is inevitable, and that's, or at least it makes the most sense. And then from there, it's, what pilot abilities do you tack on there? Obviously, it's a smaller ship, not going to be a heavy bar. Definitely should have some EPTs in there, hopefully an EPT generic. That is always important. But obviously, I think, you got to consider, you don't want it to be too good, because then it'll probably be cheaper because of just the lower overall cost of a TIE fighter. You got to ask yourself, why wouldn't I take this instead of a cannon gunboat? Now, obviously, with the way munitions are right now, people focus a lot on munitions, but, the cannon gunboats are also really, really good. So the question is, how does this not do it better? And obviously, if it couldn't take linked battery, that would be one way. Another way would be that, basically, it can't take the title, so it cannot slam jam and do small cannons, though that doesn't, I believe... No, that does not affect HLC. Had to double-check my memory there real quick, but no, it doesn't. So, yeah, no, some thoughts, some things to think about. If it could just do HLC linked battery, it would probably be a similar thing, but then you got to consider relative health values, especially if they end up having the same agility. But they could go all the way, I guess, and make it a 3... like a no shields, 4-hull, 3 agility still, and then a single cannon slot for, a couple extra points on a TIE fighter. Dunno. The pilot abilities will obviously not be as diverse as the original TIE fighter, but hey, could be a thing. And that's really all there is. I mean, there's a little window in there, so there might be a gunner in there. I don't think that will really come into the game. I know, lots of people play, there's no, there's underrepresentation, I should say, of crewmen in Imperial ships, but I mean, not in a Y-Wing, but there's... As long as you're not taking the title, you're theoretically got a guy in the back seat running the turret. That's how it is. And also, I didn't comment on this, obviously, on a video, but golly gee, there's a Quick Draw promo where you can see Quick Draw and the guy in the back, who might also be Quick Draw, we're not really sure. But, yeah, no, that's what your crew slot is doing. He's in the pilot card. Or she, I don't know. Are both Quick Draws a woman? Questions for later. Anyway, as always, I am eager for more X-Wing news, and with the fact that we're getting merch on this now rolling out, and, probably more details to come, who knows, maybe they'll throw a Star Wars shore about it like they did with the TIE silencer, and I'll have to make a second one of these videos with more official stats. Who knows? We'll see. But anyway, now that that's out there, don't be surprised if you see any more announcements that, coming this. It's a more known quantity, I should say, coming out, and FFG will want to do a big media push. The question is just, what are they waiting for? Are they going to hold off more or not? Will it be announced to tie in with the movie? Will it be set up to release to tie in with the movie? I got no idea. I don't really know what FFG is doing with X-Wing. They've been pretty quiet on that front. I'm hoping for more news. I've been consistently shown a lack of news. Obviously, I'm very much enjoying Legion, and I hope you are too, but I also like low plastic spaceships. I'm looking at the U-Wing that is constantly sitting on my desktop and just want more. Give it to me. Anyway, taking up enough of your time. Look forward to FFG's inevitable is the word I'm looking for, heavy TIE fighter announcement, and see what happens. Was I right? Was I wrong? Who knows? So I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it. Or even if you didn't like it, go ahead and give it a like anyway. That helps too. Just, whatever. Or don't. I'm not telling you what to do. I am telling you. If you have any comments about this, or your own thoughts on a possible heavy TIE fighter stat line, abilities, what you'd like out of it, whether or not you are a salty Imperial player, and possibly would like to yell at me about it, go ahead and drop that in the comments down below. Also, as a reminder, have a Discord for the community. Lots of people there, obviously, more focused on some of our other videos. But hey, you never know. You might get something set up, talk to some people, arrange some online games, find some new friends. You never know. And, of course, if you are new here and have not already, please subscribe to the channel. Best way to keep track of our videos. If you do so, don't forget the bell for notifications. They're important. The only other good way to follow our content is to consider supporting us on Patreon. You can get these videos early and lots of other goodies, especially that Discord integration if you do show up there. And that is all. And I will, once again, see you guys in the next video. I thank you for your time, as always, and happy flying, everybody. Men, in a long time since I said that.